Welcome on in. My name is Evan Ryu. I am a star being from the Andromeda galaxy, here to assist fellow Earth seeds and star seeds. Today I will be doing a collective reading about the new moon in Gemini and the six-dimensional portal that is occurring today. I previously pulled cards during the Star Seed Sun Yoga today. I hold that every sun rising around 6 to 6:30 a.m. and it is live and recorded for your viewing on my Instagram account. I will comment that account in this video below if you want to go ahead and go to Instagram to see the entire activation. There we not only install but we activate our six-dimensional Templar chakra, our chakra light. So here are the cards that were pulled from there. We received for today Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth. That is what this new moon, this new cycle is offering us. I will say it time and time again, this new moon is a special cycle because it begins during the springtime season, and spring season is all about awakening the vibrations, the energy that we restored and rejuvenated during the winter time within our Earth, Tara, Gaia, Urantia planet. And now that we are recovering, now we are gathering the energy, the vibration, the frequency that we were holding safe during wintertime. We're opening that energy up for new inspiration, new seeds, new thoughts, new goals. We're seeing how we can formulate this vibration to make it a frequency. Now, what's interesting is that this frequency will not evolve until summer season. This cycle is in limbo. This cycle is beginning in one season and ending and completing its cycle during the summertime season. And summer is a very exuberant season. Summer is where our actions are manifesting from winter time. Our actions are not only manifesting but being amplified and returned tenfold. Our actions are being taken by following our intuition and not allowing logic to overcome these goals with doubt. And we are seeing from the new moon, we are seeing soul connections. We're seeing prosperity from these soul connections, and not just your soul family, but connecting with other aspects of your soul and yourself. And we are prevailing against odds of getting to know these parts of ourselves that we've negated for so long in lower vibrational dimensions. And this brings much prosperity. This brings integrity. This brings value and meaning to who you are and why you came to this planet to learn. And specifically how we're learning, it's through conflicts. It's through those challenging times where illusion shows dishonesty, and we get to really engage with eyes of love. We get to engage with eyes of bliss. We get to engage with no judgment. And that's where that conflict, that's where that challenge becomes less of a competition, less of I'm right, you're wrong, and more of, oh, this is my assignment, that's your assignment, let's work on this assignment together. So there's this beautiful union in this dual place that we chose our soul to grow in. And that's the beauty of working with a new moon in Gemini. That's the beauty of working in spring and completing our goals, our intentions in summer. So let's kick this off with opening up our circle, inviting in higher vibrations and all of the elements. So First, calling on that air element in our ocean agate. Calling on that air element from the east, calling on our mindful body. Our mindful body is the first body that is engaging with the planet that we live on, engaging vibrations and interpreting our planet's vibration, interpreting our planet's thought formations. If you want to learn more about our planets and the Templar of the Earth, go check out Enoch Empress. It's in this YouTube channel. And check out the ABCs of Dimensions. It is the first one. And we're talking about the Earth Star Templar. Talking about how Earth has its own consciousness and perception of this new moon. So today, Earth is feeling and interpreting and understanding in a neutral vibration what this new moon means to us. And next we're calling on the fire element of the south, calling on our spiritual body, because it is our spiritual body that is connecting with this thought to perceive a certain path to take. Now we're going to call upon the water elements of the west. As we call upon the water elements of the west, we're calling on that new moon. We're calling on the lunar vibrations. We're calling on our energetic body, which essentially translates into our emotional body. This emotional body is being shifted with the lunar phases. So if you track the moon phases, you're tracking how and why your emotions are fluctuating in the way that they do. So we're calling in that vibration of our energetic body. And now we're going to call in our physical body. We're calling in the earth elements of the north, calling in all physical aspects and attributes. And we are going to be a bit uncomfortable during this portal because this is a spiritual portal. This spiritual portal is in the 6th dimension. Now, what we learn through the ABCs of dimensions, what we learn from astral binary chakras is that they are binary. They are layered. Your physical body has chakras. Your first chakra, lowest vibration, is the 3rd dimension, which is on Earth. And then you have spiritual chakras that coincide with your 3rd dimensional chakras. They're lining up to make a light column. And then this light column creates that 5th dimension, that 5th dimension. So we physically are seeing physical characteristics of your 5th dimensional chakra system. And then we go into the 6th dimensional chakra system, and that's what this portal is. It is a spiritual connection. This portal is all about space. Because the 6th dimension is space. And what does space do for us? Space provides all possibilities. All possibilities are held here through a multiverse, which this means that there are many worlds, there are many realms, there are many versions of who you are right now happening today. So when we say past lives, we don't mean, oh, well, it happened in a linear timeline. Here's his past life, and here I am right now. No, they are coexisting in this multi-dimensional universe. Now, what's amazing is that we have access to this. Through this portal, through this day, we have the ability to tap into our higher selves. And yes, there is more than one higher self. Sure, you may have a very close connection to one higher self. That's because you derived specifically molecularly from that higher self. And from that higher self, you have 11 other parts that completely molecularly, energetically make up that one higher self. Then that one higher self has 11 other higher selves that create this one divine self. So you do have multiple higher selves, but you have one special connection because your energy is directly encoded within your DNA of that higher self. So I'll get more into that later. If you want to know more about that, head over to my website. I have different books, so ABCs of Dimensions, or just check out the video. Now, to carry on, we're going to call on the metal element. Calling on the metal element, which activates this sixth dimension of space, and it allows us to have boundaries within this space. Metal is a conductor, so metal actually helps assist in you living your life in certain dimensions and certain frequencies, and it either negates a frequency that isn't aligning with that certain metal, or it infuses and conducts that frequency for your reality. So we're calling in that space. And now we're going to call in the element of wood for growth, because all of these experiences, all of our light quotants, all of our Templar and chakra alignments, it is for growth of our consciousness. It is for ascension of our soul, to get to that higher self, to get to that divine self, to essentially be in unison with Source, with our universe. Calling on God, our universe, spirit guides, higher selves, thank you so much for being here today. Now we're going to really get down to everything. So I have a few decks. They're specifically for each Templar for the sixth dimension. So we're going to get right into, let's see here, the Earth Star Templar. Let's check out what the Earth is allowing us to experience on a neutral level. On a neutral level, how is Earth bringing in vibrations, bringing in energy from the new moon and from this gorgeous six-dimensional portal? And Earth, Tara, Gaia, Urantia, they're all on the same timeline, just in different dimensions, vibrations, and frequencies. Imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. See exactly what I'm saying here. The Earth is saying this is a time to not limit yourself. This is a time of unlimited possibilities, and you're going to be starstruck. You're going to be absolutely shocked, because what this means is not only are you making an intention, you're making goals that of course lead to new realms, new paths, but from that goal, you're going to be even more shook up, because you're going to be provided so many options, and you get to choose with your imagination, with your visions. You get to choose that reality, and you have to give yourself permission, because right now it's stating that there isn't an acknowledgement of this new realm, of this new possibility. So you have to believe in the infinite Source. You have to believe that this is happening for you, and you get to decide. If you do check out the website, I show ways on connecting, and the reason why I chose the unicorn decks today, because we're connecting highly with these 12th dimensional Pegasi beings. Now that is what our Earth has to say. Now let's see about our root chakra. And this is the sixth dimensional root chakra. This is our 23rd chakra, our 23rd Templar, spiritual soul root. This is seeing the world be of love and bliss. This is understanding that the world is only love and bliss. The illusion is fear. The challenge is not seeing the bliss. The challenge is not seeing the love, because it is there. And that is the only thing that is real in there. There is a perversion of fear. and hurt and suffering. So let's see what's going on with our 23rd chakra. Convergence. And you see how there's 2 crescent moons? So right away, we're noticing that we are beginning to see that there is love and bliss. We are beginning to not only see it, but we're beginning to feel it. And it's almost as if it's going in and out. We see an aspect that is full of love and bliss, but then we remember we're physical. We see this, and that's what the 6th dimension is. It's spiritual. We're feeling it. We're understanding it. We're recognizing it. Now, how can we completely be in this unison? And that's where you have no choice. And this is where it becomes a little confusing, because you're like, wait a second, Everin. One moment you say that you have the choice to choose your realm and possibility, but you don't have a choice when it comes to stability. Because the stable aspect of living in an ascended frequency is knowing fear is not a choice and will never be a choice. Knowing that suffering is not a choice and will never be a choice. Knowing that victimhood is not a choice and never will be a choice. So it's time to converge. It's time to shift over completely. And that happens by making sure that it is never a choice, because it is an illusion. Because when you step into that illusion, everything that you're building off of that is going to fall apart. The only stable aspect is building upon bliss. The only stable aspect is to build upon joy. The only stable aspect is to build upon love. So let's check out. I actually want to continue pulling cards from this unicorn deck to give us more information about our 23rd 6th-dimensional activation and how to utilize this convergence. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play while you wait. So that's the thing about love, and that's the thing about bliss, is that you can pause. When you act out of fear, when you act out of this illusion, you feel like you have no time and you're being rushed and you have to take action. And it's not fun. It's draining. But if you take a moment, if you recognize time is always divine, that time is actually in the 4th dimension. Time is actually a lower vibration than what I am entering through this 6D portal today. Then you get to have fun. You get to play. You get to hang out and feel safe within a loving and blissful realm. We're going to move on over to our 24th chakra, our 24th Neshama sacral chakra. And this is our intuitional soul body, releasing judgment. So even in our 6th-dimensional root, there's a little bit of judgment. There is a little bit of, oh, I have to wait. There is a little bit of like, okay, I guess I'll go play while I wait. So there is still attachment to the judgment of, okay, well, this world has to be loving and blissful for me to feel stable here. Now, this 6th-dimensional space for your sacral, for your intuitional soul body, is letting go of judgment completely. So what does that look like for us today? How do we create with no judgment? Because a lot of beautiful artists, if you notice, a sad artist makes stunning work. But why must you be sad? And there's certain judgments there. Do you kind of see where I was going with that? So now let's see the collective. Not a seahorse perspective. I absolutely love this. So not a seahorse perspective. When you are feeling judged, that is you judging yourself. When others are judging you, that is themselves judging who they are. And you need to shift your emotional perspective. That's what this is speaking about. You can even contact and call on a seahorse, but like it said, it's not a seahorse. It's Pegasi. It's a higher vibrational angelic guardian that is assisting you and showing you a new perspective because you are placing judgment. So when you feel judgment upon yourself and when you feel that you are placing judgment, it's time to change your perspective. And let's get a deeper understanding on how we can change our perspective. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayer has been answered. Surrender the how. I love this. So it's surrendering how. Well, how do I not have judgment? How does this person have this? How do I not have this? How? Release and surrender. Surrender, I feel like, is different than releasing. Surrendering is having a complete understanding of what's happening, and it's an acceptance that there may be an illusion, and you're just accepting what is not an illusion, and that is recognizing that judgment is an illusion. Judgment is placing these concepts of how and not seeing the other person or yourself's perspective. Whew. Now let's check out our solar plexus. So the 25th chakra, the 6-dimensional solar plexus chakra, the Buddhai solar plexus chakra, is understanding universal timeline hopping. So how do we timeline hop? We need to understand this now that we have no judgment, because as a frequency, as a vibration, as a physical and spiritual being coinciding with one another, you cannot time hop with judgment. Because when you time hop with judgment, which isn't plausible, you have the ability to shift that frequency in a manner that it was not organically supposed to be shifted. So when you go into a situation with no judgment, you are neutral. And time hopping, time jumping requires that neutrality for you to enter in that timeline. And that's why a lot of times when you enter into a timeline, it isn't until you've been sitting in that timeline for a while that you recognize, whoa, I just time hopped. Things are crazy different and I didn't even know this, because you weren't judging the situation. If you were entering it with judgment, you would have recognized it right away. And you would have changed your perspective, and you would have been not comfortable and not compatible with the new time alignment. So let's check out understanding universal timeline hopping a little bit better. Self-restriction, negative thought, victim mentality. Exactly. This is what prevents you from timeline hopping. If you restrict yourself, then that is placing a judgment. That is placing a restriction of saying, no, I cannot be here. And that's where our planet that we are on is saying, be open to these new possibilities. Negative thoughts, these are too dense. When a negative thought is judgment, and a negative thought is really an overactive and causing a blockage within your sacral and your root chakra. It's causing a blockage within your mindful body, which leads to the victim mentality. And now you've triggered your mental body to not be aware that maybe your emotional and spiritual body has ascended to a new timeline, and you're not even having the ability to recognize it because you've left your mindful body in a lower dimensional realm. So now you need to have transformation. Transformation is required through all 4 of your bodies in alignment to the new timeline. So it doesn't leave any aspect behind. The 6-dimensional portal is bringing in a healthy mindset. The 6-dimensional emotional body is bringing in higher transforming vibrations, and it's transmuting any physical cellular makeup. It's transmuting your spiritual self to a higher vibrating being. Oof. Now let's check out, let's expand on that solar plexus, expanding on the buddhi. Awareness, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. So this is exactly when you timeline hop, it's because you are actually living in the moment. You're not judging, because victim mentality has that judgment, and it's victim mentality is not positive thinking. It's not conscious or aware of how it is lowering your vibration. It is lowering your access to higher vibrating timelines. Having the ability to live in the moment is revolutionizing your way of living and being in your goals. Because when we create our goals, we're not in our goal yet. Now, when we are in our goal, it's being aware and saying, oh my gosh, I see a sign. That's guidance. I am guided to go this way, because you already accessed that goal. Now it's time for a new goal. Now it's time to transmute the past energy into this new energy. But the negative thoughts, they chip away at your work. And now you're working backwards. You're descending. So awareness is key to timeline hopping. It is key to feeling support in anchoring those new realities. Now we shift to our heart chakra, the buddhi, and these go hand in hand, the buddhi Chiron heart chakra. And this is accessing your Chiron placement. This is accessing your wound, because you came here to this planet with a wound to heal. And upon healing that wound, we don't release it. We don't forget about it. We actually surrender to it. And after we transmuted everything, we're able to utilize that wound as medicine. We're able to utilize that wound as a consciousness. Now we are conscious of what we experience through that wound, and it becomes our intuitive spiritual body. It becomes that consciousness. So now a lot of times we're like, well, why did this happen to me? Why me? Why this? No, honey, not why me. It is actually, that was meant for me, and I learned from that. Here is the information. Here is the connection that I have for you. Let's see what's going on here. Birth. Through many tribulations, you persevered, and now the blessings come. Exactly. Birth, to be birthed into a physical body, is traumatizing for your spirit. And that's what that wound was. That wound was a birth. And your 6-dimensional heart right now is birthing something new. Your 6-dimensional heart going through this portal, making these goals today, you are birthing spiritual consciousness to take you to the next step. So you're utilizing that awareness to make something. So notice how you didn't make something from your sacral, which a lot of times people are like, yes, I'm going to create for my sacral. Your sacral is actually connecting you to make things out of a specific perspective. Now you have the perspective, you have the awareness. It's time to birth something from your heart. And let's check out let's get some more information on that birth. I love this actually. We put a negative connotation around this emotion when it's just a secondary emotion. Anger. We are birthing anger. We are safely expressing our anger. Oof. Using anger as a positive force. So that's where sometimes when you see artists or people making or talking about things with this crazy passion, it's because they were angry and they made something out of it. They didn't just, I'm going to take action right away because I'm angry and I'm going to, punch something, or I'm going to be detrimental to something. No. That is not the way of the sixth dimension. You're going to actually birth a beautiful creation with love. And you're using this anger and you're transmuting the anger because you're aware of the new timeline that we're shifting into. And you have the ability to not judge your anger. This is a beautiful space. And this is where you don't need to know how you transmute the anger. Just know that you are transmuting it by birthing new things. And I don't mean like you're physically having a baby. I mean birthing as in you're taking molecules from anger, from that energetic body, and you're physically making something. This is your emotional body, your energetic body, and your physical body coming in unison to transmute what is called a lower vibration, even though all emotions are neutral. Emotions are meant to pass through the physical, spiritual, and mental bodies and not allow those bodies to be triggered by those emotions. So thank you. That was beautiful. Now let's go up to our 27th chakra, our throat chakra. This is the wisdom throat chakra. So your throat is wise. It contains experiences now. Through those experiences, you're having a group consciousness. So this is your spirit's vehicle. Your spirit loves expressing their wisdom and experiences through this six-dimensional throat chakra. So sometimes you'll notice that you may draw or say or do something that didn't seem like you, but it felt very right because it was a different aspect of you. And you're allowing those different aspects of yourself come through your six-dimensional throat chakra. You're allowing these words that vibrate at a higher frequency because they are from your higher selves. They are from higher frequencies. They're from your divine self and source. The wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Take a breath. Take care of your body. I really love this. So it's really saying that we need our expression. We need to connect with all parts of ourselves, all parts of our higher selves and our divine self to physically take care of our body. Because the as above, so below, your higher selves are you're reflecting lower vibration versions of your higher selves. So now it's time to physically take care of your 5D self. Physically take care of your 7th dimensional higher self. Kind of see where I'm getting at here, guys? So that's stunning. Let's expand more on this wellspring. Let's expand more on what is it through this portal? What is it about physically taking care of ourselves through expressing through our throat chakra? Hope. Staying positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. So it's being hopeful. Being hopeful with your physical self. Sure, you may have good thoughts. Sure, you may have flawless spiritual qualities. Sure, you may have amazing emotions and accepting and not judgmental, but are you taking care of your physical bodies? Are you positive about your physical bodies? Have you spoke to your organs? Have you spoke to your atoms? Have you spoke to your cellular makeup and told them, hey, that traumatic experience that we physically had, it's over, it's done, we're okay. If you have yet to do that today. Before you make your goals, connect with your physical self, because your physical body needs hope. Your physical body needs to take a breath that isn't restricted by a traumatic experience. That was stunning. Now, let's get into the 28th chakra, the 28th Templar of the 6th dimension, Omniscience Third Eye Chakra. Now, this one's unique because it is an atom. We have 3 atoms that really influence our divine self. Your divine self has these 3 atoms that portray your divine blueprint for all of your higher selves and your incarnations. And from this essential atom, this is your atom and all of your selves being of the sun, being of an angelic source, being a piece of the sun, really. Now, how can we, our third eye is showing us a reality. It is an unveiling of this new reality that you are a part of those 3 substantial atoms of your divine self. And one of those atoms is appearing through the 6th dimensional veil. So let's check out what that atom is. Akashic flow, tapping in your ancient library and awakening. So this is really important because this is showing you your intuitive ability to access the library of your divine self. Access your divine self is the highest version of yourself before you are complete with the source, complete with the universe. And this is showing an awakening to having the ability to tap into that. This is showing that you have all of the science to tap into this reality. Let's dig in deeper to what having Akashic flow means, because your Akashic flow, that's accessing your soul star gateway, your 8th chakra, by all of your selves. So let's see what's going on here. Nature, ground yourself. So you need to ground within this awakening and finding a sanctuary that is in nature that allows you to ground with your awakening, connecting with the elementals. This would be important because elementals really thrive in this higher vibration, and elementals are actually made up of this atom. That is one of their strong points, is that they have this solar atom that they work from, and that atom is actually their solar plexus. So imagine this is our 6th dimensional third eye. So it's a higher chakra within our dimensional realm. For elementals, this is actually their root chakra. This is actually where they are grounded and safe in, but it is a lower vibrating energy. So to connect with elementals is allowing the ability to feel safe within accessing your Akashic records, within accessing these new timelines. Let's check out our 29th chakra, our 29th Templar, our 29th crown, which is understanding that your higher self has a physical 7th dimensional body. And no, it may not be carbon like our physical bodies, but it is physical in a sense. So let's check out what that requires and how can we better understand that 7th dimensional self. That you're not alone. There has been a strange feeling of you experiencing this life in isolation and you not having a physical connection. And now accessing through this portal to connect with your higher self's physical body, it's going to bring in community. It's going to bring in a sense of you are not alone. Your higher selves are physical and they are in their own realities experiencing these things with you. They are feeling these emotions. They're feeling these, they are in your Akashic records because you share the same Akashic field. You share the same Akashic records because you are part of the same divine soul. And you are an important part. Let's expand more on knowing that you're not alone when you understand that your higher self is experiencing a physical reality. Celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. So this isn't, sure, you can connect with your higher self in a physical form and be like, yeah, those were some hard times. We went through some challenges, but that's not the point. The point is to understand about all of your achievements as a divine soul. To understand that you and your higher selves and your other souls can have fun and support each other and celebrate, because this is a point of success. This is a point of achievement, to recognize that you are never alone, to recognize that you're not chipping away at your soul's ascension by yourself. There are 11 versions of you in different realities right now at the same frequency. There are 12 higher selves that are working for and with you, with 12 other souls connected to each of those higher selves that are working in unison, and they all make up specific and very important parts to your divine self, to your true, authentic reality. So celebrate, man. That's what this crown chakra is all about. Yes, we did it. Now let's check out our soul star gateway. Let's see what's going on there during this huge shift, during this divine shift. What's going on? These cards are so big. I'm just gonna... Let's see what's happening. Because this is where all of our higher selves, our divine self, they put in information. They put in and track, and they're recording everything that's going on here. Cities of light, Telos, Adama, inner earth, etheric retreats, family of light. I love this. So I feel like today would be really important to have a little meditation and go to the fourth dimension. Go to the fourth dimension, go to inner Tara, go to inner earth, and meet all of the versions of yourself that you're ready for. Meet all of your higher selves. Sit down at a beautiful table and hang out and celebrate and toast all of your achievements and bring hope to all of the challenges that made you guys angry, and make each other aware that you are all conscious beings on the same path to the same divine self, and see how they did things and appreciate how they did things, and let how other parts of yourself did things to bring you faith, to bring you a new way of having fun, and feel safe and be patient with all these aspects. Don't rush this, because this is a very magical and an impressive timeline. This is impressive, guys. Whoa. Hello? I'm assuming it's still recording. I said that, and the power went out. So if that's not a key that this is an impressive time, thank you so much. Love you guys. Namaste, blessed.